Hello, everybody. I'm Ken Clark. I'm the editor of Hardware and Building Supply Dealer and HBSDealer.com. And this is our one-on-one interview series. And with us is Steve Henry from House-Hasson. He's in Tennessee. Steve joined House-Hasson in 2010 and was elevated to the presidency in 2021. And welcome to the show, Steve. And can you say hello to our audience?
Yes, thank you very much for inviting us. And hello to anybody that's taken time to see what we've got to say and allow us to share a few minutes of time with you. We really appreciate the forum and the opportunity to be able to tell a little bit about House-Hasson and all the great things we've got going on here.
One of the big stories recently has been House-Hasson's acquisition of Boswick Bron. In an article in HBS Dealer, we quoted you, Steve. You said, "Our focus is dealer profitability, and that focus is the reason for the acquisition of Boswick Bron." Can you describe how Boswick Bron fits into your plans?
Well, you probably know, a lot of folks know, we've been around a long time, and we've primarily worked out of two distribution centers. We've got our corporate office in Knoxville, Tennessee, and sometime back we bought an office, a warehouse in Pritchard, West Virginia. So we're kind of east, I guess, of the Mississippi River, and south, of course, with some international accounts in the islands. But being able to double the size of distribution centers gives us a great opportunity to expand our footprint and what we believe we can do. So we've been shipping to Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas already. The purchase of the distribution center in West Helena, Arkansas, really helps us be more available to ship hardware in that area. It's been a long haul. It's a long way from Knoxville to Texas. So if we can kind of hit somewhere in between like we did and help that situation, that's a great thing. And I guess the icing on the cake was the Ashley, Indiana warehouse that we really appreciate getting to. Haven't currently been in some of those states up north, Michigan, Indiana, Missouri, those states. So it gives us a great opportunity to have a presence there. And we've been well received. We're grateful for that. Looking forward to a long relationship with those dealers that we're now doing business with.
Where are you seated right now? Are you in Knoxville?
I'm in Knoxville in my office where I kind of operate out of, and it's a little cloudy here today, but there's a whole lot of hardware business going on. We're grateful for that. Our order department's probably going to be working a little bit overtime. When that happens, that also means so is the loading dock and everybody else. So we're grateful for the work.
Steve, in the press releases from House-Hasson, you're described as America's largest independent regional hardware distributor. You mentioned earlier you're expanding. You're even in the Caribbean.
Yes, sir.
Is it time to change that description, or do you have ambitions to become the national distributor?
I don't know if we'll fare very well on the other side of the Rocky Mountains. I think we like just where we are just fine. And I think there are some distinct advantages for the size that we're going to be. I think it really helps us out. Our quote unquote secret sauce has a lot to do with relationships. And I'm afraid that we wouldn't do as good or as well on the relationship end of what we do and understanding the profitability for our dealers if we were to get very much further away than Indiana or West Helena. So we feel like that's just a great area, large enough for us to cover, plenty of room to expand and do what we really enjoy doing and hopefully be a great help to our dealers.
How would you describe your dealers? This might be a hard question. Is there common denominators? Are they more rural? Do they have any emphasis on a certain product?
Well, I was reminded, we made a few trips to both of the new warehouses. And the last trip that we made, our flight plans, in order to make things work, we ended up flying into Detroit and driving to Ashley, Indiana on a little 2-lane road. And as we were driving through the lower part of Michigan there, I was reminded of who our dealers are. We've got these small independent hardware stores throughout America that depend upon us to sell them hardware, deliver to them hardware from the front of the store to the back of the store. And they're all quaint little hardware stores, primarily in small towns, far away, hopefully from the box stores, big box stores. And they are the backbone of America. I mean, these folks, all these people in these small towns depend upon these kind of hardware stores. And they've been around a long time, many of them generational. And it's just, that's the fiber of who we are. We love catering to these folks and giving them the special attention and getting to know them, knowing them for a long time, looking forward to some new relationships that we'll be fostering through these 2 new distribution centers.
How would you describe business at House-Hasson? Are you finding expanding customers? Are they holding steady? And how are they performing in their markets?
Well, we've been overwhelmed. I'll just tell you, we're really busy. And the hardest part about what we do is hiring nowadays. You may hear that a lot. That's an economic trend, I think. I don't know if it's economics or not, but having enough people to do the job every day is a challenge. And hiring is very difficult. We need more folks in our warehouses, all of them, and they're hard to come by. And we've got more than enough work to do. We're grateful for that. So that's our challenge. Plenty of work and a growing number of dealers. We, I guess, consider it a vote of confidence. We've got several hundred new dealers from the Boswick Bron acquisition. So we've got a lot of work to do, and we're going through those processes of filling warehouses with new stock and teaching our methods of picking and receiving and moving our technology into these 2 warehouses and clean them up, getting them ready to go to work.
In addition to the acquisition, are there other highlights that you think are worth mentioning to our audience?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things going. We just gotten through a very, very successful June market, where we typically have that June market here in East Tennessee and Smoky Mountains, Sevierville, Tennessee. And it's probably the largest market we've had in June of record. We are changing. We typically do our markets in very similar places. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina in October. Well, one of the drawbacks we've heard from our dealers, small independent dealers, is of attending a market is it's hard to fly into Knoxville. Well, we fixed that. We're going to Charlotte. Charlotte has a larger airport. You can fly directly into Charlotte from a lot of places. We feel like it'll help attendance for a lot of folks. They can get in and out of there a lot quicker. And it's a new venue. I think there's a NASCAR race that weekend and an NFL pro football game that weekend in town. So there'll be a lot of opportunity for entertainment after they mark off their bucket list to visit our market. So we look forward to a big weekend in October in Charlotte for our fall market.
I want to thank you for joining our one-on-one interview series. Steve Henry is the president and CEO of House-Hasson Hardware. Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate the call.